High fly ball, left field, going back is Durden. She will watch it sail. Huelsman continues to mash and puts the Highlanders up 2-0 here in the top of the first.
I'm here with Kendall Huelsman, today's winning pitcher of Game 1, and I think we can call it a close in Game 2. First off, congratulations on the win, Kendall.
Thank you.
So in Game 1, you're coming in a little bit of some rocky outings for you in the past couple of days. So what was your process knowing that you were going to get the start in Game 1 today?
Well, I mentally prepared for it yesterday. During bullpen yesterday, I was making sure that I got all my pitches down to where they needed to be and made sure I was ready to go for today.
Certainly looked ready to go as you got in your groove in Game 1, but in the first inning, a little bit rocky, unable to kind of find the zone, but Coach Adderman came out there, settled you down. What exactly did she tell you out there?
She just told me to have confidence and that she believed in me, and we just talked about what was working and what I could do to help out, get myself back in the zone.
Well-placed confidence. You've been striking out a lot of people this conference, but 9 today, 10 overall, as in Game 2 you got the strikeout there. Spin doctor, able to just get it up there and miss the bats. What did it feel like to just miss bats today?
It feels good, but I know my defense has my back. Even if I miss a spot, they'll always have my back.
So in Game 2, a little bit closer than Game 1 was, but you were called upon to close out the game, and you got them 1, 2, 3 there in the bottom of the 7th inning. What did it feel like to just know that you can ease that out? It was a good outing for you on both ends of the ball.
It was a little nerve-wracking for me to go in at first, but I knew that my defense had me the whole time. Even if I didn't believe in myself, I knew they believed in me 100%.
It definitely did. Well-founded belief there. 10 strikeouts between 2 games. Caitlin, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm here with head coach Aleeya Claridy for today's doubleheader sweep here in Cuthbert, Georgia against the Tigers. First off, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you, Eric.
So, long bus ride down here today. Get off the bus. It's hot. Obviously, a lot more difficult to play in these sort of hot, humid Georgia conditions. So, what were you kind of telling the girls to maintain that level-headedness as well as that stamina going into both games today?
Yeah, just do the best that we can to keep our focus, keep the energy up, and provide the energy from the dugout to that batter, that pitcher, that defender, where they could feel it internally to keep them in the game.
And that certainly worked because in Game 1, it was 13 runs to 1. Caitlin Munoz twirl a gem. Everything was working in Game 1. What did you like out of your team's performance?
You know, in Game 1, we did a really nice job of scoring the runs when they were in running and scoring position. And we hadn't seen that a lot early on in the season, so that was a good thing going into Game 2.
Most definitely. You guys coming high off a win against the Phillies, against a frankly struggling team and the Tigers. What did you tell the team before coming out here?
That we just need to take care of business. You know, we're not a very good road team, or we haven't showed that yet this year, and this is a great opportunity to kind of change that momentum on the road, and they certainly did that today.
Certainly changed the momentum going into Game 2, a huge pickup in Game 1. Game 2 was a little bit more close, however, until they broke it up with Kendall Huelsman and Sydney Knight in the, I believe it was the top half of the 6th inning. So Beagle out there today, she's been rock solid all year long. Didn't have her best outing day, but she was able to gut it out. What does that say about Taylor?
Taylor, she threw okay. Her pitches were working. They just had a certain type of swing that could find the ball, which is why we just needed to make the change today. So that kid's a competitor. She works on her pitches, and she's going to be just fine.
Well, certainly made the good change there. Tori came in and shut the door completely. Out of the pen this year, she has been phenomenal, especially in conference play. I believe it's either a sub-1 or just a flat 1 ERA. How big is Tori going to be down the stretch?
She's been great. You know, she's finding her groove. She's finding her momentum. We pretty much have kind of been using her one time through the order, maybe a little more, but just limiting those innings has really strengthened her focus, and I see her taking off from here.
Certainly she is, and we'll go to the top half of the 6th inning. It was very back and forth between you guys, but Kendall Huelsman certainly silenced the crowd with a very long bomb to center field. Her second of the day. I believe that's 5 straight games she's homered in.
I believe so, yeah. All the conference games. Yeah, she is. She's really seeing the ball well, and as I've said in previous interviews, she's just a pure hitter. She's going to find a way to get on base and manufacture runs for us.
Sydney Knight also touches one off and kind of just sent you guys to the bottom half of the 6th inning where you put in Reagan. Reagan, who hadn't pitched, I believe, until last home game,
Right.
where she was called upon, the complete utility player. Just how was Reagan's performance out there in Sophie?
You know, I think today we got her out there because there were just so many. The heat was a factor, and we wanted to utilize all of our arms. And I think she was getting fatigued a little bit, which is why we ended up making the change in the 7th inning. But she can find a way to hit spots and get pop-ups and ground balls, and it's just a great tool to have in our back pocket.
A complete game on both ends of the ball. Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
High fly ball, left field, going back is Durden. She will watch it sail. Huelsman continues to mash and puts the Highlanders up 2-0 here in the top of the first. Count of 1-2 on the Tiger shortstop. Nothing wrong with that though. Munoz gets her first K. It's a looking one, and there's one down with minimal damage. Foul tip into the mitt, strike 3. So Caitlin, rough start to the inning, but she's able to clean it up and set them down. One comes across to score. We go to the top half of the 2nd inning. Gordon leads it 2-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That swung on and missed. Nothing wrong with it. Leave no doubt. Munoz picks up her 3rd K. Sydney laces one into the right center field gap. That'll be an RBI. Maybe 2. Maddie Neal's getting the windmill. She's going to come home and score. 2 RBI double for Sydney Knight. Swung on and missed, so it took an extra pitch, but Munoz sets down her 2nd strikeout victim in a row. Got her swinging, strike 3. So Caitlin strikes out the side. 1-1 pitch, outside, but swinging for 2-0 pitch on the way from Stowers. That's a chopper right to the third baseman, down the third base line. Speedy Claridy down at first, and she is safe. Byram comes home to score on the throw. Of course, at the beginning of the broadcast, it is quite miserable when it's not. Swung on and missed for strikeout number 7. Or excuse me. No, number 7. 2 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball down the right field line. That ball is fair. Up against the fence. 1 run comes home to score. Racing around third is Huelsman and Hartwick. They're in a race for home plate. It's an RBI triple that clears the bases for Maddie Neal. Line drive into left center field. That's a base knock. That'll split the outfielders out there. Harris turning around first. She's going to stand on second. And that should do it for game number 1. Highlanders, a mercy rule victory. Kayla Munoz, 9 strikeouts for her. My goodness. Little fly into center field. Going back is Johnson. And I think that got out of here. Get it? I looked down for a moment, and that is disappearing over the batter's eye. Aleeya Claridy smacks one to center field. She had been changing up her swing in the past few weeks to develop a little bit more pop, and certainly there it is.
He does.
Liner into right field. Right fielder will not be able to make the grab. Around third base, going home is Corley. Claridy streaking around second. She's digging for third. She's going to be in there standing. Aleeya Claridy takes advantage of an error. High fly ball into center field. Johnson going back at the wall. Watches it go! Kendall sends one over the batter's eye. Her 2nd homer of the day. That'll put the Highlanders up 7-4. That high wall certainly adds a little bit of Kendall hitting the gritty as she comes across home plate. Doesn't matter how good or bad it is, it's the fact that she hit it. 2-0 on the way. Driven into center field. Center fielder's going to watch it go. That ball got out of here in a hurry. 2 2-run shots for the Highlanders in the top of the 6th, and they now lead it 9-4. On the ground, Khalees goes to second for 1. Over to first. Double play. Have a seat. The Highlanders lock up a sweep. 10 strikeouts for Munoz on the day, 9 in game 1, 1 in game 2. And the Highlanders go home happy, a 9-5 winner in game number 2.